inside the tram in Christchurch.
Good afternoon, everybody. For those who have just joined us the last couple of stops there, a very warm welcome on board to you all. My name is Peter, speaking from the Frontier this afternoon. The conductor on board in the middle there, his name is Tom. And very warm welcome to the tram. This is a W2 class tram from Melbourne, Australia from 1925. One of just over 400 of these models of trams built in Victoria back in the 1920s. And one of two that we have in our fleet of 7 in the tramways. We have this one, of course, and its sister, a restaurant tram, which will run at 7 o'clock tonight, giving one of the most unique dining experiences this country has to offer. Hagley Park here on the left hand side, Hagley, largest suburban city park in New Zealand. The lovely place to be here, it really is. Even on days like this, you can find people just trying to keep themselves warm or wander through the gardens or what have you. Very lucky to have such a big park smack bang in the middle of Christchurch City. Tram stop 13. 17 stops altogether. Are those cars connecting? Ooh. That's mad parking. The tram circuit that we have, this block and the next block, we did suffer a bit of tracking damage. The earthquakes here to this particular part of the circuit. It's not very good power of the park there, you might need to do that again now. And the trams were out of action for around 3.5 years post 2011 earthquake. And the full circuit that we have today has only been operational for just over 4 years. Not very long that we had this full circuit. If you came on the trams before the earthquakes, this is the loop you would have done, because this has been operational since 1995. If you were on a tram in Christchurch before that, gosh, that was back in the 1950s when the tram stopped operating as public transport. Tram stop number 14.
One person being cheaper.
What did you say was going on with the drivers?
There's very, very few. 70% of the central city of Christchurch is gone in terms of our buildings. It's around 13 to 1400, or about 3 of every 4. Durham Street, named after the very pretty setting in the northeast of England. A big cathedral sitting on top of it. Here's the conference centre once again up on the right of us, tip high, Christchurch International Convention Centre, due to open up next August, a $500 million project. It's paid by the central government. These kind of facilities are very important for Christchurch, and we have been very much missing these, a bit of a black mark in our economy in recent times. And of course, we bring a lot of business for trams, of course, hotels and other businesses in the city. And you two sitting here probably won't give you a traffic light, but you will, because this car's on the other side. Lucky. Stop 16. This is Victoria Square.
Yeah, I'm going to just avoid. Just hiding from the rain. Are you wanting to do it? No,
That's your PwC headquarters on the left hand side. Principal house has just been there. The building is long gone now. or I don't know what they're going to do with that site actually. I have no ideas. Need to get rid of it first.
What is that? The wet?
Yeah, no, it's just a van down here. I used to see vehicles down here. New Regent Street, great stuff here for some lunch. Glass of wine, cup of tea, coffee, beer, ice cream. Perfect day for an ice cream.
Well, it won't melt while you're eating it, will it?
Well, that's right.
No.
Stop 17, New Regent Street.
Espresso. Kakainin natin. 1:45 p.m. lunch. Kakainin.
Cold today.
So just coming down New Regent Street, part of town here, a couple of really nice restaurants down here as well, and particularly 27 Steps and Story, fabulous restaurants. Do need to make a reservation, but they are really, really nice. To stop number 1, Cathedral Junction. If you need any tickets from the tram shop, here it is on the right hand side. Tram stop number 1.
Now, if you'd like to come with me, we'll swap for you. Everyone else can just, if you're staying on the tram, everyone else can
Hey, let's talk.
Okay, turning out once more into the Worcester Street, the eastern side of Cathedral Square. Empty gap on the right hand side. Once upon a time, the office block of the Christchurch Press was our newspaper. The newspaper building, the press is just the grey one. You can see there on the right hand side once again. The site where the old building used to be has been touted to be rebuilt as a hotel to mimic the building's image of before, but we haven't seen or heard any evidence of that for quite a long time now. Certainly plenty happening at the library today. Great place to be on days like this. Turanga, Central Library. Something you can see and do for all ages and stages as we come into stop number 2. I believe the stop will head down to Cashel High Street. Stops 3 to 8 and be back here at around 1:45. Tram stop 2. We will pass this point twice before you get back to where you started. So where you find an empty space in our city, such as car parking or new construction sites such as on the right of us here or out left, these are where buildings used to be. And this kind of gives you an idea that something pretty major has happened here. And fact, we still have a fair way to go too. Rebuilding the city was never going to be a quick fix. We had to rebuild, ensuring we construct within the earthquake standards expected. The building standard earthquake code has been dramatically improved and upgraded. And that will continue to be monitored as our city rebuilds. But it's not just Christchurch, it's right across the country. New Zealand is not immune to earthquakes. 30 to 40,000 earthquakes a year are recorded in this country. That's the ones that are just recorded. There are the ones that are not recorded that are less than what the Richter scale can pick up. This is stop number 3. If you like some lunch, there's great choices for you across on the left. There's around just over a dozen eateries over there for you to choose from. Food and flavours from around the world. So make sure to make our way across Hereford Street. As we do, we look left and right as we travel along here. The next 15 minutes of our journey until we return to Cathedral Square. 90% of the buildings that you see here are new. And this should give you a bit of an idea of the extraordinary scale that we've gone to ensure the survival of our buildings these days. So restaurants and bars here on the left, across the river on the right, big new investment companies, corporate franchises, shops and big business, so to speak. And a site that is labelled as the West End. There's actually some really cool cafes amongst those buildings too, so you don't have to work there to go to those cafes, but you'll be very welcome. Quite cool actually. This is stop number 4 as we come into the top of Cashel Mall. This is the start of the main shopping district of central Christchurch. Stop 4. So we're just gently travelling down Cashel Street, Cashel Mall here. Do make sure if you're having a wander around here, you explore the laneways of our city, the souls of the buildings. Quite a noticeable feature of Auckland, Melbourne and Sydney, having these laneways, courtyards amongst these various buildings. And you can see good examples here in Christchurch too. This is a new addition to town, these lanes and courtyards. And it does bring a nice atmosphere to these sites. And you might actually be quite surprised about what you come across if you have a wander down there and see what you can see. There's a great sandwich outlet down there on the left too called the New York Deli. You go down there and enjoy that, you'll never look at Subway in the same way again, I promise you. Next stop at number 5. Shops will close around between 5 and 6 tonight. Banks will close at 4:30. The cinema is just a block down to the right. If you want to go and watch a movie this afternoon, tram stop number 5. Tram stop number 6 next up. More shopping along here. Next stop 6, the last of our 3 stops along Cashel Mall. Tram stop number 6. Turning into High Street as we head towards the southeast. Oh, just see Mount Cavendish where the gondola is found. Can't see the gondola, but you can just see the shadows of the mountains there. It's not very easy to see the front on this tram, so let's look either side. The stop 7 next up. A number of fabulous eateries easily accessible from the next stop. Little High, which is a superb destination for food and beverage, and C1 Cafe, very popular too, just down the next block ahead of us. And Dunk Central is about a 3-minute walk from here as well, which has a host of nice restaurants within it, and good bars and stuff too. Serving you good lunch meals. Tram stop number 7. This is the end of the line. We're going to reconfigure the tram here, drive the other way, then head back towards stop number 8, Cathedral Square, and then complete the other stretch of the tram circuit from there. Stops 9 through to number 1. Tram stop number 7.